I'd hoped to come here today to record some more music, but that's not gonna happen. I don't really much feel like music right now of any kind. I watched that video that's been going viral about what happened with George Floyd. I live in the suburbs of that town, Minneapolis, and I know those kinds of things happen, but it's the kind of comes as a shocker when you see it with your own eyes. Shouldn't happen, but it does. And it happens way more often than it should, because it should never happen. To the family of George Floyd, I offer my sincere condolences. I hope you're doing okay right now. I know I'm not, and I didn't even know him, because he represents so many people to me, and I wish I'd met him. He seemed like a good man, gone way too soon. These are the things of nightmares. And me as a white woman married to a black man with mixed children is something I think about often, and I hope doesn't happen to my family, and I hope doesn't happen to any family. But until we as a country, as a nation, I'm going to stop right now and talk to my white people who listen to me. Please listen to me. It's time to stop saying that color doesn't matter, because it does. People of color in this country have been oppressed for hundreds of years. And until we can acknowledge that simple fact, I just don't see how we can find anything that's worth changing. Because if you don't acknowledge a problem, how are you going to fix it? You have to acknowledge that there is racial disparity in this country in order to do something about it. And since the white people are the ones who hold that key, it's not like we're not oppressed either. Because the people who hold the power in this country are the ones with money. Most of the white people I know are not rich. We're oppressed too. So why would we sit by and allow our brothers and sisters to continue to endure this violence every day, while we sit by and do nothing but deny it? It's stupid. Honestly, someone had the nerve to tell me, a family member, in fact, had the nerve to tell me yesterday that I should not talk about different skin colors, because when I talk about how someone's white and how someone's black and how someone's this, I'm perpetuating racism in this country. That you shouldn't see color. And I come here today to plead with you, please wake up and start seeing color, because it does matter. It's there. What perpetuates the racism is not seeing it, not acknowledging it, and not lifting those up who need to be lifted up because they have been downtrodden for so long. I did write a little something today. It's not something I can sing. I don't even know if I can say all these words out loud, but I'm going to try. But first, again, please start seeing color, because there's nothing like being colorblind when it comes to skin tones, when it comes to ethnicity, when it comes to race. Yes, we're all human beings, but we're not all treated like human beings. George Floyd was not treated like a human being. Animals are treated better than he was treated. So please, here I go. This is called Love Isn't Colorblind. Love sees the color red, like the red-hot fury pulsing through my veins from the red, deadly gaping wounds made on my brother's back as he tried to run away, and the red blood pouring out from my sister's lifeless body as she lay in her own bed, both murdered by those sworn to protect them. Love sees the color yellow, like when I squeeze my eyes so tight that I see stars, trying in vain to block out the image that remains seared in my mind from the yellow glint of a badge and the yellow tape at a crime scene that doesn't exist in the eyes of the law because the victim is considered as less than human. Love sees the color black, like the clothes that are worn in mourning for the lives unjustly cut short, like the black asphalt where a black man had lain as he took his last breath with a knee to his neck, and the officer with the black heart smiled for the cameras. Love sees the color white, like the stark shade I turn from fear when I think about my husband and kids, hoping they stay safe because I love them and they do not look like me. Love isn't colorblind.